You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're in here. We finna have fun tonight. What damn, y'all? Logic's back with another one. Today, we have to do a lot of like introspection around here. Like, I know everybody kind of all over the place after the election and whatnot, but this is one of the biggest problems with the left. Too emotional and too reactionary and not trying to get shit actually done in an effective manner. Nick Fuentes, which is an openly admitted racist, ultra-nationalist, anti-Semitic. He's an online political commentator. Just pretty much has a reputation for spewing hate towards Jewish people. After Trump's win, he gets on Twitter and he makes a tweet that got a bunch of people upset. Before we get into it, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. Now let's get into the video. So right after, I guess it was very clear that Donald Trump was going to win on the night of November 5th, he made a tweet that said, "Your body, my choice, forever." This got a bunch of people upset. As you see to date, it has 95.3 million views. Not that many loves and retweets in relation to the views, but nonetheless, it got a lot of people going. It got a lot of people upset. A lot of responses are negative towards him, and he shouldn't have said it. This kind of evil. He could be trolling, but knowing Nick, he's not. So I can't really give him that benefit of the doubt. It's pretty nasty thing to say. I don't find it funny. It's kind of fucked up because it means a lot to a lot of people, but you know, it's the internet. People gonna say fucked up shit, and he can say it because X doesn't give a fuck about anything. Upon that tweet, we do have people, of course, that are gonna get upset. People are gonna be mad. Like I said, he had a bunch of hate replies to it, and it ended up with him getting doxxed, which is unacceptable. I don't think no matter how much you hate somebody or love them, their personal information that they have never given out should not be posted on the internet by people that didn't get permission to do so. So this led to some woman, I don't know who she is. Her name is Marla. I don't know if she's like an extremist on the left or moderate left or whatever point of the spectrum she lies on. I don't know who she is, but she took it upon herself to go to the man's house because he got doxxed. Now what follows, if you don't know this story, is gonna be pretty fucking interesting. So now we're gonna get into what happened once this woman saw Nick Fuentes' address on the internet, and she decided to come to his house unannounced, uninvited.
Hi. Oh my God, what are you doing? Fuck out of here.
Looks like he grabbed her phone and brought it in the house for whatever reason. And he pepper sprayed her. He pepper sprayed this woman that showed up at his house unannounced. Now, Nick Fuentes said a lot of disgusting shit on the internet, but he can be confronted, but you don't show up to somebody's house unannounced and uninvited. The thing about this is, while she was in the wrong, he also committed a crime. He assaulted somebody that didn't assault him or intrude in his house, and he sprayed them just because they rang the doorbell. Especially with having no solicitor signs at his door, and she could have very well been a solicitor, he sprayed somebody that just rang his doorbell, which you can't do that. And I don't think anybody wants to live in a world where that's a thing. I'm sure this all came because he reacted to the fact that he knew he was doxxed, so he was in defense mode. I can't really blame him for that. And while I don't blame him for having no nonsense at his doorstep, he might have to answer for those actions, even though I still feel like that woman was in the wrong and she had no business coming to his house. The funny thing is, she wrote on Facebook about the interaction and what happened, and she tried to make herself come off as the victim. You're not a victim. I'm sorry. You knew why you was going to that house. You knew you went to his house uninvited, unwelcomed, and he's fucking crazy. The shit he says on the internet. I mean, Luckily, it was only pepper spray, even though I would think it would be very extreme to shoot somebody that rang your doorbell. He did get doxxed, so he was probably scared of anything that happened, and he wanted to take no prisoners and put his life at risk. So she says, I shot a short video less than 2 minutes from the public property of the sidewalk outside this address, noting that there were no boxes. As I did, a woman pulled up in her car, rolled down her window, and was like, is this where the douchebags live? The douchebag lives. Paraphrasing. I was like, I think so. And we laughed about his incel ass for a minute. Then she was like, you should ring his doorbell and see what he has to say for himself. Again, paraphrasing. And I have one serious weakness, is chocolate. Okay, I have two. One more relevant for this situation. What the fuck? I cannot back down from anything that even smacks of a dare. Okay, so you literally was like, this isn't a good idea, but I'm being pushed to do it. So I'm gonna do it no matter what the fuck is the repercussion of my actions. Sorry, you asked for it. So I figured there were no solicitor signs up, and believe it or not, I would have respected that. But you weren't a solicitor, one, and two, you knew you got his address because he got doxxed. That's unacceptable. You weren't there to, you can say you were there to talk to him or whatever, but you came to his house getting his address because it was posted on the internet. So I rang the doorbell. He immediately swung the door open like he was a damn Waco, sprayed me with a burning liquid pepper spray or mace, and pushed me down the stairs onto his sidewalk. I rolled into a protected position because I was anticipating kicks or stomps. He grabbed my phone, ran back inside, bolted the door, and shut the blinds. Friends, is dark in there like a bunker. I have a video I'm holding on to there for evidence. I'm guessing maybe the police got her phone back because he took it. I'm like, how'd she get her phone back? Yeah. So, like, she's at his house fucking taking pictures of him, which is pretty much unacceptable. So, the latest update to all this is Marla Rose, woman who doxed Nick Fuentes, pressed assault charges. Wow, she's the one that doxed him? If she's the one that doxed him, that's super crazy. I thought somebody else doxed him and then she showed up. Either way, it's kind of ridiculous. Feminist. She's a feminist. She's a feminist. Feminist Marla Rose presses assault charges after alleged altercation with Nick Fuentes at his Illinois home. Man, what a fucking idiot. But to tie this to my original point, you guys, like, those on the left, I know everybody's like in their feelings, which you need to get out of. It's just not things, you won't get anything done by doing shit like this. Shit like this is why the left is beginning to lose the culture war, because it's no reason that this man, what he tweeted online, should have you wanting to get up, leave the comfort of your home, approach his, not knowing what the fuck had happened to you, and try to confront him because of a tweet he said without checking with him first. You never know. If you would have asked him, maybe if you want to have a conversation, maybe he would have gave it to you. But you showed up at his fucking house. I don't know what, I have kids. I don't know what the fuck I would do if I said something on the internet that people didn't like and somebody showed up to my fucking house without talking to me. I might have done worse than what Nick did. So I'm sorry, like, I don't really have any sympathy for her. Even though Nick is a fucking piece of shit and somebody, and I really wish he would get himself together. He's like relatively young, so maybe he has room to grow, but he said a lot of egregious things in his young age, and people are probably going to hold it against him for a long time. But that, at no point does that warrant anybody coming to his house unannounced. I don't give a fuck how you feel or what he said. He didn't threaten you or do anything to you or come to your fucking house. Don't go to nobody's house looking for trouble, because that's what you got. She may very well win this case. I don't know, because he was doxxed, and if she's the one that did it, there could be some legal ramifications for her doxing him. So I am interested in this, because this is one of the examples of why people are starting to move from the left and dislike antics like this. So it needs to be called out. It has to stop. This is unacceptable. It's really no excuse for her approaching him unannounced at the comfort of his own home. If you made it to this point in the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.